Hello, everybody. So this video is how to stay aligned and how to shine your light in a world of chaos. Now, this video is a little bit inspired because the week up ahead, we have a very potent and poignant full moon in Leo. And energetically, when I look through the week ahead, it feels like it could be potentially disruptive, a little bit chaotic. Um, and so really quite a full on week. So this video is intended to just help you remember who you are, help you remain grounded and anchored through this week. So let's just talk a little bit about some of the things which really can throw some of us off, whether we realize it or not. And I think if we look back to last week, there was a lot of very fiery energy, it seemed to me, with pretty much everyone that I knew, whether I knew them personally, whether you were a client, everyone was coming to me and going, oh my gosh, isn't this really interesting energy right now? And I always find it this way, this particular time of year. But right now, with all the potent energies that we have, now, ideally, we don't want to be overly swayed and controlled, right, by whatever cosmic energy might be occurring, whatever collective energy might be occurring. But these are things that inevitably do have impact upon us because we are all connected, because we are all part of that collective unconscious as well. We are all part of this interwoven web of light, right? And just like you are connected with those in your life, your friends, your family, we're connected with the country we're in, we're connected with the language that we speak. And this is all connected in a way that really rides on those subconscious and unconscious waves. So here's what I don't want for you is I don't want your light to dim when big waves like this start to occur. And stuff like this is always happening, but this week particularly could be a little bit tricky, right? So what I don't want for anyone who is watching this channel, for anyone in the world really, but what I don't want for you is that you dim your light. I don't want you to feel so ungrounded and so swayed and so kind of rocked back and forth that you don't know which way is up and down, right? So there are a couple of really easy things that we can do to just make sure that we are in the best place to navigate whatever energetic storms might be occurring, right? So this particular full moon might be a little bit tricky. And normally I'm a big fan of Leo energy personally, but this particular moon, and some of the astrologers as well that are out and about and sharing their wisdom, their expertise, will talk about this in much more depth and intellect than what I particularly will right now, because this is going to be more of an intuitive guidance here. But let's have a little look at what happens with our body when we are not balanced in our body anyway, because that is going to be major for this week. And so what I mean is that when there is lots of cosmic energy, whether that's lunar energy, whether that's Mercury going combust like it is right now, whether it's anything else, what tends to happen, solar flares especially, let's mention those. What tends to happen is we tend to get really, really static because we are electrical beings, right? Our body is operating from an electric current, right? We're electric beings, vibrational beings. We know this. This is not new, right? This is not only relevant in the spiritual world. This is a blanket truth. We're electrical beings. And when we're electrical beings and there is other stuff going on in the solar system or on our home, right? What will happen is we can potentially become really quite static. So here's 2 or 3 things instantly that we can do just to kind of adapt and shift how static we might be. So the first one is, are you drinking enough? That might sound so simple, but are you drinking enough water? And are you getting enough electrolytes in your liquids? So if you're someone who regularly consumes very sugary drinks, processed drinks, things like that, you might be struggling a little bit more than others. If you're someone that drinks very acidic drinks, like a lot of coffee or even alcoholic beverages and things like that, I mean, that's normal, that's fine. But just be aware in weeks like this, we want to really up the drinks that are more hydrating to the body to really help the body eliminate food in the intestinal tract, in the colon, in the body. We want to be less food, holding less food inside us and having more clean water and more hydration within us. That is going to be the instant first thing, because if we're drinking drinks that are hydrating us and providing us with our electrolytes, then it's going to balance the static charge that we have. The less static we are, the more shocked we're going to get, the more swayed we're going to get, right? So very, very easy first one. Second, how much are you moving? Once again, this is going to be all about energy. Whenever there is big cosmic energy, whether it's solar, lunar, celestial, doesn't matter, how much blockages we have in our body impacts tremendously. So, for example, that can be just like food, right? How long is food in your system for? Is it moving out? For a lot of us, it's in there for a couple of days. We don't realize it. It is very rare, unless you are one of our breatharian friends watching this, that you will have ever really cleaned the inside of you out, right? So food and, physical things like that, that's going to be one blockage. But another blockage we have is energetical, right? Our muscles, our fascia, it holds on to emotions, memories, and energy. And anytime we have a pain in the body, right, especially where there's certain pressure points, I might say to someone, oh, push here. Okay. Push here. Oh, is this painful? Push here, and if they do, and they're like, oh yeah, that's painful. That's because guess what? Our energy is blocked. The chi is blocked. It's stagnating. So we've probably not moved enough as well. We've not moved our body enough. And once again, this is a huge thing, because so many of us, especially in the West, Europe and North America, especially, we do not move our body enough for what it really truly wants. So then when something big might occur cosmically, celestially, unconsciously, politically, emotionally for a country, whatever it might be, those waves of energy that move around us and inevitably through us get stuck on the blockages that are there. And when there are blockages inside, whoa, do we feel it, right? So we want to create that space, right? Otherwise, this external chaos that might be happening really is going to help contribute to an internal chaos. We don't need that. When you are, of course, doing things like that every day, fantastic. But that's not also the norm either. We have work, we have lives, we have things that, get in the way. We have things that we want to do. And so until certain practices like meditation, movement, and really hydrating the body become so normal as eating and sleeping, until that happens, we might find that we're actually inevitably dimming our own light, because the light that we have that moves through us, the light of source that comes through us, whatever, however you want to call this, it shines through based on the clarity of the temple it's in, of the body it's in, of the vehicle it's in. So it's just like looking through a pane of glass. If the window is clear, you can see right through it, right? If it's opaque, if it's dirty, if it's, there's stuff on it, there's stuff smeared on it, or not sorted it out, not really going to be able to see the light through it as much. And it is very much the same with the body. So I just want to offer also just a 2-minute breath work meditation here, just to really help you reset. So anytime this week, if you find yourself feeling this week overwhelmed, like there's a lot of chaos, like you've got a lot of, maybe frustration might build up. It's going to be a fire full moon. So perhaps there is going to be things that are going to build up in the fire systems within your body, within your emotional field. So let's do 2 different techniques here. Let's do the fire one first. If you are finding yourself full of fire and it's not moving, and you find yourself irritated or anxious or anything like this, what you can do is you can clench your fists and you can squeeze your fists hard, almost as though they're starting to shake. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And you can do this for a good minute, 2 minutes, maybe even 3 or 4. This could be a daily practice for you, where you are proactively moving any excess fire out of your body. especially if you're finding yourself really, really feisty and fiery in a particular week, a little bit too much fire. But here's what I want to offer right now. So let us do some breath work. And the reason I'm going for breath work rather than visualization is because I really would love for us not to disassociate from the reality that we're in. And so many of us have become so accustomed to disassociating as soon as things are challenging. As soon as energy feels tricky, I want to do a visualization and just leave the body, not feel what's going on. But instead of that, what if we could manage the energy? What if we could really learn the language of the body? Oh, now our light's going to get brighter because we've got mind and body working together with all aspects of who we are. So here's what we're going to do is you're just going to allow yourself to relax just for a moment. You're just going to let your eyes gently close. And if you wish to put your hands on your lap in any particular way, what might be nice is to just hold onto your thumb. That's what my Shifu does whenever he's doing meditation, is he holds onto the thumb. It's what babies do, right? When they first come out of the womb, that's how they calm themselves. So holding the thumb and just having your hands facing up on your lap. And what we're going to do just for a couple of minutes is we're going to breathe in through the nose. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to hold the breath for another 4 seconds. And then for 6 seconds, we're just going to breathe out. Breathing in for 4. Holding it. Breathing out for 6. Holding it. Breathing in for 4. Holding it for 4. Breathing out for 6. Holding it for 6. Breathing in for 4. Holding it for 4. Breathing out for 6. Holding it for 6. And really try when you're breathing in and out there, different amount of seconds, just to help your mind really stay engaged here as well. But you can control the pace and the volume of air which is coming in and out. For example, when you're breathing in on a 4 count, you might choose to breathe in through the nose and really fill yourself up. That would be really good. So you're bringing in a lot more air, a lot more oxygen, and as you're holding it, you got all the oxygen in. And then when you're breathing out, you might choose to go at that same pace of volume. But what might be better is just to release a little bit less air, just to take it over the 6 seconds. Because what we really would like to do as well is help the body release all the old air that doesn't always exit when we breathe normally. So when you're breathing in, really breathe right into the belly. Hold the breath. And as you're breathing out, let your lungs empty. And then just squeeze a little bit, pull that diaphragm up. Really get that extra air out and just hold for a little bit. And then let the belly expand, bring the diaphragm down, bring in that breath in through the nose. There we go, just like that. Perfect. And just allow yourself to return to breathing whenever you're ready, whenever you wish. Return to your normal breath. Right? Instantly just a little bit more calmer, hey? A little bit more relaxed. If you are someone who is really called to really start to master their body, their mind, their emotions, their spiritual gifts, their life, their world, I am running Anchor Your Light Spiritual Mentorship, Ascension Mentorship, 4-week coaching program in March. So if it calls to you, do have a look on my website, aliceheath.com. Because when we participate in Anchor Your Light. It's a bespoke package for everyone. So depending on who you are and what your goals are, it's going to be a bespoke spiritual coaching package for you. But each one of them, we have personalized guidance, bespoke tools and methods to help you manage your energy, whatever you personally need. We bring in mystery school wisdom and ritual practices, Ascension tools. There's lots of really powerful things in this 4-week container. So that does start in March. So if this was helpful, this video here today, be sure to comment, let me know, right? Share it if you think someone else will find it helpful. And if you are someone that is called to really taking this start of the year by storm and just being like, I've got this, I'm ready to master my energy, then have a little think about doing Anchor Your Light. See you all soon. Have a beautiful week, beautiful full moon, an incredible Lantern Festival if you are celebrating the Spring Festival, the Chinese or Lunar New Year, and just really enjoy yourself. This week might be a little bit chaotic, but don't let your light dim. You can stay bright and you can stay grounded too. So much love.